Lipstick Philosophers! This week's theme is, like, what are we good at and, like, how to. And I was thinking for a really long time, like, what I was gonna talk about. I'd be like, how to get over your dog! Because my dog was put down this week, and I've had a bit of a down week. It's the first time in my whole life I've never had a dog in my house, which was weird coming home with not a dog barking incessantly for no reason. I've had a rough one, and it's really lonely at my house. So, I thought I would do something where I didn't actually have to, like, explain a whole lot. So, I'm gonna tell you guys how to edit a photo today, because I do that a lot. So I'll be inserting a screen cap video here, and with a voiceover so I can explain what's happening and what I'm doing so you can learn how to do stuff. And I will be using Lightroom and Photoshop because that's what I use. And they're the best products to use for photo editing. So they're expensive, but shh, don't tell anybody, but I pirated them. I hope you guys enjoy this, and I'm glad that Kathy is back. And did we forget that we've been posting for a year now? The other day was our first year anniversary of Lipstick Philosophers, so we suck. What the hell, man? We've been posting for a year, that's awesome. On to the tutorial, I guess. So we're gonna start with Lightroom here. I have a picture I took of my friend Rachel, and this is the raw file. And I'm just messing with the presets right now. And now I'm changing the contrast and the exposure to make it the right brightness and lightness that I want it to be. This is just changing the shadows and the highlights to make it perfect. And now I just messed with the edges to make them more clear, so there's a little bit more just edge definition, because I like edge definition, and that's fun. Now I'm just checking to see if it's the right amount of clarity. And now, what am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, now I'm going to crop it to make it the right dimensions that I want. I wanted to cut out the hose and brick road. So now I am again messing with the highlights. And now I'm saving it. I didn't do a whole lot on Lightroom, to be honest. Most of it I do on Photoshop, which I'm here now. Photoshop, yeah! What am I doing? I don't even know. I'm just kind of messing around here. The first thing I'm actually going to do is put a vignette on it. And I really like vignetting just because it gives it kind of a more finished feel without doing a whole lot to it. Now I'm just playing around. I don't actually do anything with it. I don't save it like that. But you can do a bunch of stuff to make your photos look like they're fisheye. I like those tools because I don't have a fisheye lens. So now we've saved it as the vignette, and you can kind of see there's with and without. Yay! So now what we're going to do is, what are we going to do? Oh, I'm going to spot heal the marks on Rachel's legs to make them look as pristine and pretty as possible, even though Rachel is still adorable. I just wanted to make the picture look clear and without sort of flaws, because that's what Photoshop is for. Okay, now what we're going to do is mess with the curves. And you can do stuff like this on Lightroom with like the shadow and the highlight and the mid-tone adjustments. This is just easier to see what you're doing. And I'm just kind of giving it the right highlight shading stuff. I'm really bad at explaining. And now what I'm doing, actually I'm using a Photoshop Action, which is one of my favorite things in the whole wide world. You can download them for free. A lot of people upload them to DeviantArt. A lot of people charge for them, but I like free ones because they work just fine. And actions are like sets of steps to do to photos to make it quicker, especially for like large numbers of photos. I do it a lot with like wedding photos because I don't like doing the same thing over and over and over again. It just gets really tedious, and this saves a ton of time, and you can play around with them too. You don't have to like just stick to the exact settings that it keeps it at. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to sharpen the edges of the words on there so I can make them stand out more. I used it for a little flyer for my mom's store, and that's what we're doing right now. And now I'm actually going to burn it, the burn tool, to make it darker, again, to make it stand out more. So it's easier to see. Still doing that. Yeah.
I'm really bad at explaining things. So now we're going to save it as a JPEG under a different name so it's easier to know which one it is. And you can change the size of it however big you want it to be. And now I'm just going to open it to see its full size. Look, it's all done and it's pretty!
So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll put a link to my photos below because I do that a lot. Yeah. Okay. Bye, guys!